Hello, players, parents, and coaches. Welcome to a discussion on the expectations of inclusiveness and respect in the sport of hockey. The Ontario Hockey Federation is the largest member of Hockey Canada with a jurisdiction from Wawa to Windsor to Gananoque. We coordinate our programming with our 7 members, the Alliance, the Greater Toronto Hockey League, the Ontario Minor Hockey Association, the Northern Ontario Hockey Association, the Ontario Hockey Association, the Ontario Hockey League, and the Ontario Women's Hockey Association. Over the past 3 decades, the Ontario Hockey Federation have been leaders with Hockey Canada in program and content delivery for players of all ages. Generally, Hockey Canada and its members from coast to coast to coast are responsible for the leadership and development of programming. In this instance, the Ontario Hockey Federation, in partnership with Hockey Eastern Ontario and Hockey Northwestern Ontario, have taken the lead to ensure the game of hockey continues to be inclusive and respectful for all participants, regardless of their individual background. Over the next few minutes, Jeff Stewart, Ontario Hockey Federation Technical Director, will walk you through some information for discussion amongst your teams about the expectations of individuals within the game of hockey.
Over the next few minutes, I will guide us through the expectations of inclusiveness and respect as it relates to the Ontario Human Rights Code in general, but also in relation to gender identity. Hockey in Canada has always been an inclusive sport, regardless of your background or individual makeup. We've implemented the Speak Out and Respect in Sport programs for our coaches that has been a tool on inclusiveness and respect for the past 20 years. However, for all of the great work that our coaches and volunteers do, there are times when we need to be reminded about inclusiveness and respect in the game to ensure that each participant has experience that is safe, fun, and without fear of discrimination. These reminders align with the core values of the Ontario Hockey Federation to ensure as many children as possible get to experience the game of hockey, to ensure every experience is safe and fun, to ensure participants are respectful to all other participants, including officials, volunteers, coaches, and trainers, and to provide experiences that will develop life skills. The Ontario Hockey Federation has many policies that were developed to ensure the core values are achieved. Through this video, I will be addressing 3 of them: harassment, abuse and conduct, dressing room policy, and confidentiality policy. All these policies are built on inclusiveness, respect, and a safe environment free of discrimination. Under the Human Rights Code, there are 17 different protective grounds. Amongst them are sex, race, religion, and gender identity. When a person experiences negative treatment or impact because of an actual or perceived connection to a protective ground, it is called discrimination. Discrimination can occur a number of different ways: firsthand or by association, by failing to accommodate needs, allowing discrimination to continue when in positions of authority, in isolated events or entrenched in organizations' culture, direct and obvious or even indirect and subtle. Our expectations of all participants does not vary, regardless of the protective ground, and no participant should be discriminated against based on their individual background, identity, or beliefs. Our expectation of our coaches is to be role models in developing a culture of inclusiveness and respect within their team. One way to negate discrimination is by showing respect for individual expectations. Specific to gender identity, respect includes using the gender pronouns with which a person identifies. Some examples of non-binary, gender-neutral pronouns that may be preferred are they, them, and theirs. Ask them respectfully. Avoid assumptions. Offer your own pronouns when meeting new people. As a team, you can do the following. Hello, my name is Jeff, and I identify as he. Using the correct pronouns at someone's request is a way of validating that we all have the right to live our truth, to share our truth, and to be granted safety, respect, and dignity in doing so. The rights and responsibilities of preventing discrimination falls on everyone involved in the game of hockey. The Ontario Hockey Federation dressing room policy provides the following rights that are in line with the laws of Ontario and are built on the core of respect and inclusiveness. With that in mind, all staff and volunteers of minor hockey associations have the responsibility to follow the dressing room policy by treating individuals respectfully and ensuring safe and inclusive environments and protecting the rights of individuals to define and express their gender identity without fear, referring to others by their self-identified name and pronoun, ensuring access to gender-segregated spaces, working with players to accommodate code-related needs, and ensuring players' private information is kept confidential. Players have an important role to play as well. The responsibility to treat all others with respect, to ask for assistance and support to the best of their ability from the Minor Hockey Association when experiencing discrimination or when requiring a related accommodation, and to work together with the Minor Hockey Association to find appropriate accommodations to meet code-related needs. This all leads into a short discussion on accommodations. Accommodations refer to special arrangements developed confidentially to create opportunities for people to do their job, participate in an activity, or access a service they would not have been able to otherwise. Someone's needs for accommodation may be related to protected code ground. A person who is deaf, for example, may require a sign language interpreter as an accommodation to help them do part of their job. In hockey, a person may have a need for extra privacy when changing before and after playing. This need may be related to gender identity, gender expression, or to other code grounds such as disability or religion. Accommodation requests in hockey are made through the Minor Hockey Association. Confidentiality is imperative in all accommodation requests or concerns around discrimination. Confidentiality means that sharing of information about identity or the concerns is done by the player in all circumstances. Specific to identity, it is not your information to share, even to the player's parents.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to this information on inclusiveness and respect within the Ontario Hockey Federation. As we learned, we all play a role in maintaining an inclusive environment, from our administrators to league conveners, coaches, officials, trainers, volunteers, players, and parents. As leaders, we are each in a position of influence to set the standard and respect and inclusion by actively implementing behaviors and practices that demonstrate this commitment. We can do this by treating every individual with respect and respect what their beliefs are. This information is to further remind of the fundamental rights of the human being, value systems, traditions, and beliefs. There is not an expectation to be perfect, but we do expect everyone to be respectful of each other in a positive way that shows you care about their feelings and well-being. Our heartfelt thanks for the time you have spent, and we wish every participant a most successful and enjoyable hockey season ahead.